Okay, you guys know the rules. The robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I will do my best to give you a few useful clues along the way. Now, again, our first category is top Robert Downey Jr. movies. So, top 20, the first couple might be a little tough. Good luck. Here we go. In this film, Downey plays a Los Angeles journalist. He befriends a homeless man who is also a gifted musician. I saw this movie. It's a good movie. I like it. Music, especially Beethoven, runs through the story. Now, his co-star is Jamie Foxx. And who knows what the movie's called? Now, this story is based on a real LA Times columnist named Steve Lopez. And he wrote this about his unlikely friendship with this homeless guy. Anyway, anybody remember this movie? It was pretty good. So he befriends this homeless guy and helps him play some music. Anybody remember? No? No guesses, huh? Well, this was called The Soloist. The Soloist. And this was made in the year 2009. And again, it was a true story by a LA Times columnist, Steve Lopez. There he is. The character, anyway. All right, I told you it'd be tough. I told you. Let's do 19. All right. Now, you'll probably recognize this character. Downey earned his first Oscar nomination for this role. He portrayed a legendary silent film star. The role required slapstick precision and emotional depth. Costume pieces included a bowler hat, cane, and mustache. Who remembers the movie? Anybody? The character's first name was Charlie. Does that help at all? Does anybody remember this? This is Downey got his first Oscar nomination for this role. Costume pieces included a bowler hat, a cane, and a mustache. That's him. Anybody remember? No? Nobody can remember, huh? All right. All right, well, this movie was just called Chaplain. Not like a Army, Navy chaplain. The famous silent film star, Charlie Chaplin. Downey studied Chaplin's films frame by frame to master his walk and his gestures. All right. Maybe you'll get the next one. Let's see. All right, this is number 18. This movie is a road trip comedy. Okay? That's your first clue. Downey's character is racing home for the birth of his child. Now, his eccentric travel partner makes everything quite a bit harder. The other thing that makes it quite a bit harder was that the travel partner is Zach Galifianakis. Yes, from Hangover fame, right? The director, Todd Phillips, is the same filmmaker behind The Hangover. So there it all connects together. All right, does anybody remember this one? It's a road trip comedy. Johnny's character is racing home for the birth of his child, which ties in with the name of the movie. No guesses? All right. This was called Due Date. Due Date. 2010. 2010. There he is. You know, Zach will make for complications. All right, number 17. This movie was pretty cool. I like the vibe in this next one. So this psychological thriller is set in a mental hospital. We all miss the great mental hospitals, don't we? Halle Berry stars as a woman accused of murder. And Downey plays a doctor at the facility. The facility. Strange visions blur reality with the supernatural. Oh, my dude knows. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Do you remember this movie? Did you see it? I kind of liked it. I have vague memories of it. I think it's a great name for a movie, right? Gothica. Gothica. Oh, you saw it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And obviously Halle Berry is good in it. Halle Berry. This was one of Downey's key roles during his Hollywood comeback years. The comeback years. We all remember the comeback years. I remember my comeback years. Still working on it. Yeah. We you know, movies with a twist are always good. Gothica. That was number 17. Which would then infer that the next one is number 16. And I saw this movie too, and I liked it. I liked it. This movie blends courtroom drama with family conflict. Downey plays a slick city slicker lawyer. A slick city slicker lawyer. His estranged father is the one that's accused of murder. And you remember who that is? He's kind of out of frame here, so you can't really tell who it is. So I'm going to ask you to remember who played the father that's in this picture on the right. He's the judge, right? And his performance earned him an Academy Award nomination. The father, not Downey. I think this was in the comeback years too. You remember this one? This one was called The Judge. The Judge. And it was in 2014. Anybody remember who the guy on the right is that played his father? He got an Academy Award nomination, and he loves the smell of napalm in the morning. That's right, Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall, of course. Love that smell of napalm in the morning. All right, number 15. Now, you may remember this one from our Val Kilmer tributes. This is a neo-noir comedy with sharp humor. Downey plays a crook pretending to be an actor. Cool. He stumbles into a murder investigation. And like I said, Val Kilmer co-stars as Gay Perry. A sarcastic detective. I like that name, right? Gay Perry. I feel like going to France. Anybody remember the name of this movie? Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's also sitting, I think, tied up next to him. I can't remember exactly. I think so. This movie marked Downey's comeback. So this is, again, the comeback movie. It seems like everybody was giving him a lot of shots. And he made the most of it. All right, this movie was called Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang. How about that? Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang. This was right before another movie launched him into superstardom. Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang with Val Kilmer. All right, one of my favorites coming up here. You'll know this one, without a doubt. This comedy takes place on a chaotic movie set. Yeah, that Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was definitely under the radar. I had never, when we did the Val Kilmer, I had never heard of it either. You know this one though. Downey plays an Australian method actor. His character takes staying in character way too far. Yes, of course. It's such a funny movie, right? Such a good movie. The movie sparked controversy, but drew big laughs. Tom Cruise, right? Definitely. Oh, the role earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, so they weren't too pissed off. Yeah, Badu's got it. Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. They made Tropic Thunder in 2008. 2008. Who else was in it? Jack Black. Jack Black was in it. Who else? Can't remember. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller was in it. A lot of characters. All right. Now we're in the full comeback. Number 13. Yeah, you got to get this answer completely correct because we're starting to get into the ones that might have had more than one in the series. This was the sequel to Downey's detective debut. He returned as a quick-witted, brawling somebody, and his co-star once again played Dr. Watson. Not quite correct, though, because once again, I do need the exact right answer. This is the sequel. This is not the original. This is only number 13, so, you know, you still got room for the original later on. You remember what the rest of the, you know, it has a tagline, right? Like a lot of the movies that are sequels, they're the name and then the tagline. Downey was in disguise throughout the film, playing his character as part detective and part trickster. Yeah, there you go, my dude. You are correct. Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. A Game of Shadows, 2011. Yeah, with a lot of these now, you're going to have to get the right one because there's multiple ones. The robots love this. All right, here we go. Number 12. Number 12. This one's a different genre. This is a black and white drama directed by George Clooney. That's odd. It follows Edward R. Murrow's fight against Senator McCarthy. That's interesting. History piece. Downey plays CBS reporter Joe Wershba was his name. Wershba. Wershba. Joe Wershba. The film received multiple Oscar nominations. This is 2005, so this is pre-comeback. This is in the middle of his despair, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, you know this one? Did you see it? Well, you know it. You must have seen it. Despite its prestige, the entire movie was made on a shoestring budget. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't remember seeing it. Good night and good luck. Obviously, that's like a sign-off, right, for the reporter guy. Good night and good luck. There you go. Okay, well, you knew it. Hats off. Hat is literally off tonight. All right, number 11. Oh, they just get better and better. This was definitely the middle of his troubles. He looked very pasty in this picture. This is a Thanksgiving comedy drama. Jodie Foster is the director of this movie. Holly Hunter stars as a woman returning to her family. And Downey plays her unpredictable brother. It's a family dynamics movie. The film is called Much of Downey's witty banter was improvised, which added to the chaotic family vibe, especially if he was high as a kite. Would have been very, very authentic. Typical family. Do you remember the name of this one? 1995. Much of Downey's witty banter was improvised. Jodie Foster directed it. A Thanksgiving holidays comedy drama called Home for the Holidays. Home for the Holidays, Jodie Foster. There he is. Looking a little pasty. All right, let's do the top 10. Here we go. Number 10. I love this word. This dramedy is set in the literary world, and Michael Douglas stars as a worn-out professor. Downey plays his flamboyant book editor. And Tobey Maguire appears as a quirky student. So I think this picture is Robert Downey there in the front and Tobey Maguire there in the back. Anybody remember this one? A dramedy in the literary world. The year was 2000. The Bob Dylan song, Things Have Changed, from this film won the Oscar for Best Song. There you go. I guess Robert Downey didn't win an award, though. And neither did Tobey Maguire, and neither did Michael Douglas. That I know of. Anybody know? It sounds pretty good with those three guys in it, right? Sounds like might have been good. Wonder Boys. Again, the year was 2000. The robots say it's number 10 on the Robert Downey Jr. list. There you go, Wonder Boys. All right, here we go. Number 9. Now we've seen the sequel. Let's do the original. Downey reinvented this classic detective role. This is actually Guy Ritchie directing this movie. And who's his co-star? Of course, you are correct, my dude. Who's his co-star in this? Who plays what? Who plays what? This Holmes solves mysteries with both fists and wit. Ah, they're getting some fights. The movie grossed over $500 million worldwide. It is, of course, Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, 2009. And again, do you remember the co-star there? Who's on the left there? Yeah, Jude Law. You know, the Jude Law movie that I love is that one where he's a robot. What's that one called? Not Android. Something like that, though. I forget. The one where he's a robot is really cool. Just AI. Is it called AI? It was a long time ago, though. It was like 15 years ago. Can't remember. He's a robot. I'd like to. Anyway, that was Robert Downey Jr. and that was Sherlock Holmes, number 9. All right, let's do number 8. This one's kind of different. This is a sci-fi film adapted from Philip K. Dick. I guess that's supposed to mean something to somebody. It was made with a unique rotoscope animation style. Now that sounds cool. That's like you remember the Aha music video? Aha. Keanu plays the lead. Keanu. Downey plays a paranoid drug user. That sounds like he was in character in 2006. You remember it? Did you see it by chance? I don't remember seeing this one. And you are correct. A Scanner Darkly. A Scanner Darkly, 2006. It says the animation process took so long that just 1 minute of the film could take hundreds of hours. Oh, you have it on DVD? How cool. So, interesting nowadays, right? Think about how fast that would be nowadays with the AI animation. Oh my gosh. That rotoscope stuff is easy now. All right, let's do number 7. All right. Now you got to get the number correct on this one, okay? Doesn't have a tagline. It has a number. This one was Downey's. Oh, well, this helps. This was Downey's 3rd solo outing as Tony Stark. That's an awfully good clue, robots. The story focused on his trauma after the Avengers. The trauma after the Avengers. The villain involved the mysterious Mandarin. Shane Black directed this installment. Now, this one actually became the highest grossing solo Iron Man film. Very good, Bendu. How'd you get it? You are correct. Iron Man 3, 2013. Now, this became the highest grossing solo Iron Man film, crossing $1 billion globally. $1 billion. So, you know, it didn't do bad, and Robert Downey Jr. kind of retired on that one. But he didn't retire, but he could have. You know, why quit on a good thing, right? He's no dummy. All right, related but different, number 6. This was the climatic finale of the Infinity Saga. So if you know your stuff on all these, which I don't, you got an advantage. The the blank attempted a time heist. A time heist. Downey's Tony Stark makes the ultimate sacrifice. His final line became iconic. All right, you know, my dude. You're correct. Of course. Do you remember the line that they're talking about? It's his final line, I guess. That's kind of weird. You're correct. Avengers Endgame is the correct answer. 2019. And the directors revealed the blank line wasn't in the original script. It was added in the reshoots. So he had I guess the famous line was he dying in it? I guess he was just about dead. And he says, I am Iron Man. Probably differently than I just said it. But I am Iron Man. There you go. All right. Okay, we got top 5. Here they're coming at you. Top 5. So this one is essentially Avengers Light, with the heroes divided. Downey's Stark argues for superhero regulation. That's what they need. That's what the world needs, is some damn superhero regulation. His rivalry with Steve Rogers drives the story. I wonder if this was the idea for that series. The Boys. The Boys, right? That's a good series, huh? This movie actually introduced Black Panther. You know it, buddy. Very good. Introduced Black Panther. How about that? And this is, you are correct, it is Captain America Civil War, 2016. Now, fans joke this film felt more like Avengers 2.5 than a solo Captain America story. Well, sounds like it. Stark argues for superhero regulation. That's kind of goofy. I think I've seen all these, but they kind of run together for me. Anyway. All right, let's get away from the superheroes for 1 second. And do number 4. Now, this one is a true crime thriller. David Fincher is the one who directed this. So you got David Fincher's famous for true crime stuff, right? For like detective noir. And this one follows the hunt for the Zodiac killer. Now, I don't know, I don't know that I grew up. I think I was either a late teenager or early 20s when this happened. I think I was late teenager. This was it happened in the Bay Area. Downey plays a sharp but spiraling crime reporter. He's the reporter. He's the reporter for this true crime movie. Yeah, you knew. Very good, Madu. You are correct. It is Zodiac. Zodiac, 2007. This was a pretty good depiction of that story, right? I think it's been made a few times now. A few times. Fincher was notorious for doing 50+ takes per scene, which drove Downey to near madness. 2007. So is that pre-comeback or post-comeback? I don't remember. I think that's after the comeback, isn't it? 2007. All right, let's do the top 3. Here we go. Let's do some more superheroes. What the heck, huh? Robert Downey's made some money doing that. We can acknowledge it. This was the first big MCU team up. This is the first big team up one. Downey played a reluctant but witty leader. And he clashed with Captain America. Yeah, I remember this one. This was the first one of this. No. Well, I don't think so. I think this is the original, which I don't think it didn't have a name, did it? Maybe it did. You have to correct me if you're correct. The famous shawarma post-credits scene was shot after the premiere, with Downey improvising most of the lines. Shawarma. I'm not sure what they're referring to there. Shawarma. I don't remember that. And the main villain was Loki. So yeah, you got it now, my dude. Just the Avengers. Is that right? Infinity War is something different? 2012. There they are, the Avengers. First time out of the blocks. All right, we got another first one coming up right here. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, this is the movie that relaunched Downey's career. So this is 2008. So, like, if it was 2005, that was in the bad spot. But 2008, he plays billionaire inventor Tony Stark. He plays like the Elon Musk character. After capture, he builds a suit of armor to escape. Very good. This was the launch of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This was the launch. You're correct, of course. The film is Iron Man, the original. There he is, the original. First time the suit's out of the box. What else do I got to say here? The final line, I am Iron Man, was improvised and changed Marvel history. I am Iron Man. Okay. And it revived Robert Downey Jr.'s career. There you go. We tell a story here on Dave's Curiosity Corner. All right. Number one, With a Bullet, great movie. I didn't even know this was him when I watched the movie. I had to look at the credits afterwards. This is Downey's Oscar-winning performance. He won an Oscar for it. He plays a historical figure from the nuclear age. His character's name is Louis Strauss. Christopher Nolan is the director of this film. Oh, thank you for that correction, I do. I think that's, Blade. I like the Blade movies. I think those are cool. But the robots stand corrected. Not me. The robots. Now, did you, when you saw the movie, did you know that was Robert Downey Jr. right off the bat? Because I didn't. It was afterwards that I go, wow, that was Robert Downey Jr. Oppenheimer is correct. Good movie, I thought. I don't know. Did you like it? I thought it was really good. I'm into kind of history epics, though. Kind of my wheelhouse. Nolan revealed that Downey shaved his head and avoided mirrors to fully disappear into the role. A little method acting by Robert Downey Jr. There you go. All righty. All right, I'm not gonna make you work at this intermission coming up.